Alright, so this is Dear Esther. Played a little bit of it, and it popped up on my Steam as a game that was similar to the Stanley Parable, which I have played. Might do a couple videos on that later on, but I'm not 100% sure yet. But this is purely cinematic, as far as I can tell. That was odd.
Dear Esther, I sometimes feel as if I've given birth to this island.
Really?
Somewhere
now?
between the longitude and latitude, a split opened up, and it beached
That's
remotely
only
here. No matter how
remotely
hard I
weird.
correlate.
Okay, I gotta...
It remains a singularity,
Much better.
an alpha point in my life that refuses all hypothesis.
Oh, I got a flashlight.
I return each time leaving fresh markers that I hope, in the full glare of my hopelessness, will have blossomed into
Now, if
fresh
the whole game was like
insight
this, I would
and
think that it was a
intuition.
horror game, and I'd be pretty stoked about that. Alright, it looks like I got a button to... Whoa, I don't want to smell the toilet. No. I'll just, leave you be. What's in here? Boiler arm? Bunch of paint or something? Somebody clearly had an idea. And I don't think they were restoring this place. I don't think there's really anything left to restore. No. So I have a sprint button? Let's just zoom in. Oh. I can go... I'm gonna go up. I almost didn't even see that. I have to say though, graphically, it looks pretty nice. God, I really wish that I could... There was a sprint button. Ah. Playing this on a controller.
Donnelly reported the legend of the hermit, a holy man who sought solitude in its most pure form.
Is this the hermit's house?
Allegedly, he rode here from
Well, let's
the
go say
mainland
hi.
in a boat without a bottom, so all the creatures of the sea could
Mr.
rise
Hermit.
at night to converse with him. How disappointed
Where
he
you
must
at?
have been with their chatter. Perhaps now, when all that haunts the ocean
Or is that the hermit's house?
tankers, he'd find more peace.
Zoom in here.
They say he threw his
That's
arms wide in
far
a
as I
valley
can
on the
zoom in.
south side, and the cliff opened up to provide him shelter. They say he died of fever 116 years later. The shepherds
What?
left gifts for him at the mouth of the cave, but Donnelly records they never
116
claimed to
years
have
old
seen
minimum.
him. I have visited the
He was
cave
already
and I have
alive,
left
so you could
my
have figured
gifts,
that he was,
but like them, I appear to be an unworthy subject of his
Can I make it
solitude.
across this? Oh god. Okay, well, I guess I'm going down. Oh, let's take a look at this beach here. Pretty nice beach. Let's go for a swim. Whoa. Okay. What is going on?
Come back.
Oh, Jesus. What the hell happened? Oh, that was weird. Oh, that was weird. And it was telling me to come back. Alright.
When you were born, your mother told me, a hush fell over
Go
the
back
delivery
up.
room.
'Cause that almost looks like it's
A
going
great
somewhere
red
completely
birthmark
different.
covered
Or maybe
the
it's just
left
going
side
around
of
that
your
rock,
face.
I don't know.
No one knew what to say, so you cried to fill the vacuum. I always admired you for that.
Cried to fill the
But you
vacuum.
cried to fill whatever vacuum
All
you
right.
found. I began to manufacture vacuums, just to enable you to deploy your talent. The birthmark faded by the time you were 6.
Okay, so
but it
you
gone
started making
completely by the time
vacuums
we
because she
met.
was crying
But
to
your
fill the vacuum.
fascination with the empty and its cure remained.
That's not true love, I don't know what is. What is that red light? Is that a cell phone tower? I think I'm going on
The
a
mount
limit.
is clearly the focal point of this landscape. It almost appears so well placed as to be artificial. I
Could
find
be.
myself easily slipping into the delusional state of ascribing purpose, deliberate motive to everything here. Was this island formed during the moment of impact?
I don't know.
When we were torn loose from our moorings, and the seatbelts cut motorway lanes into our chests and shoulders, did it first break surface then?
Who knows, my friends? Who knows? What did you get to say?
When someone
Visually,
had
this
died,
does look
was
really good.
dying, so ill they gave up what little hope they could sacrifice. They cut parallel lines into the cliff, exposing the white chalk beneath. You could see them from the mainland or the fishing boat, and notice any
There we go.
or impose a cordon of protection, and wait a generation until whatever pestilence stalked the cliff path died along
Looks like I
with
can
its
get it up
hosts.
there, too.
My lines are just for this.
Hey, did I just find Stonehenge?
Keep any would-be rescuers at
Whoa,
bay.
okay. I can actually walk off that
Infection is
ledge.
not simply of the flesh.
Look at these flowers. Oh, okay. Okay, I stand corrected. Now that I'm looking closer. They're just... They're 2D. Okay, so from a distance it looks pretty good, but up close you start noticing things.
They
Look
were
at them turn.
God-fearing people
Look at them turn.
as shepherds. There was no love in the relationship. Donnelly tells me that they had one Bible that was passed around in strict rotation. It was stolen by a visiting monk in 1776, 2 years before the island was abandoned
Seeing I'm just kind of roaming through the two-dimensional jungle here.
In the interim, I wonder, did they
Where am
assign
I
chapter and
going?
verse to the stones and grasses, marking the geography with a superimposed significance? That they
I
could actually
really wish that there was a
walk
sprint
the
button.
Bible and inhabit its contradiction.
I mean, I do like how casual this game is. Oh, hey, it's that cave. I think it's that cave. Yeah, I do like how casual this game is, where you don't really do that much.
Dear Esther, I met Paul.
Paul!
I made my own little pilgrimage. My Damascus, a small semi-detached on the outskirts of Wolverhampton. We drank coffee in his kitchen and tried to connect.
I could go for a cup of coffee right now.
Although he knew I
Or another
hadn't
cup
come
of
in search
tea.
of an apology, reason or retribution, he still spiraled in panic, thrown high and lucid by his own dented bonnet. Responsibility had made him old. Like us, he'd already passed beyond any conceivable boundary of life.
Was that similar to
I find myself increasingly
our
unable to find that
150-year-old
point where the
hermit?
hermit ends and Paul and I begin. We are woven into a sodden blanket, stuffed into the bottom of a boat to stop the leak and hold back the ocean.
Wait,
My
so
neck
is this
aches
guy...
from staring up at the aerial. It mirrors the dull throb in my gut where I am sure I've begun to form another stone. In my dreams, it forms into a perfect representation of Lot's wife, head over her shoulder, staring along the motorway at the approaching traffic in a vacuum of fatalistic calm.
Okay, so we have more paint in the bed, so clearly this person was eating the paint. Or, no. Oh, okay. What does that mean? Hydrogen. Can't remember what L means. Carbon, oxygen. I mean, it's a chemical formula, but it's been a little while since I've had to actually take a look at those. really want to say that I've seen that before, though. Really feel like I should know that. Alright, I think we're all done in the Hermit's Cave here. What the hell was that? Okay. Alright, Hermit. Now, if I stay down here, I should be able to hit Stonehenge up there. See what that's all about. Maybe Paul's there. I don't know who Paul is, but Paul seems pretty cool. Back into the two-dimensional flowers. Two-dimensional flowers. I mean, from a distance, it really does look pretty good. That is one thing that I do really like.
I've become convinced I am not alone here.
It's great graphically visual
games. Simply a delusion brought upon by circumstance. I do not, for instance, remember where I found it.
Takes a lot of work, but showing more detail.
Why I took it upon myself to light such a strange
can really
pathway.
Change the feeling of almost anything.
Perhaps it is only for those who are bound to follow.
But there's nothing wrong with a good pixelated horror game. Pure immersion in that sense. Which is kind of like this is. This game's pure immersion, but not in the sense of like a horror. It's more of a emotional immersion. So more of that paint? Another chemical formula. That one's upside down now. What does it all mean? Can I get up here? Then that way we're just gonna go back down to the beach, because I came around that end. I'll go that way after. Come on. Come on. There's hit an invisible wall? Oh, that is not cool. There's seriously an invisible wall. Yeah, I can't even... Okay. Lost a few points as far as I'm concerned there. You know, I'm on an island. How far could I really go? See if I can at least make it up here. Almost seems like the weather just completely changed for a second there. Can't even manually turn my flashlight on? Oh god, what happened?